Welcome back to the channel. I thought you might like a bit of a laugh this morning. I've seen some ridiculous fines in my time, but this one takes the biscuit. So a bus in Leeds has been given a fine for driving in the bus lane. So welcome back, but if you're new to me, I'm a barrister who helps you understand law and on occasion brings you little tidbits like this to make you laugh. So this bus was not yet painted out with bus colours, but that didn't really matter because the photograph that was used to find the bus was in black and white. So quite clearly shown here, the bus was driving in the bus lane to pull up at a bus stop, but nonetheless was given a £70 fine and told to pay it within 28 days. But the council did say they would reduce it to £35 if they paid it within 14 days. But thankfully, a spokesperson from Leeds City Council had some sense and said that the ticket was issued in error and has now been cancelled, and apologised for any inconvenience. Now, whilst it is possible that a bus could be given a fine for being in the bus lane if it's not actually a bus, but that shouldn't have been the case here, because according to the BBC article, the bus was registered as a bus and thus would be driving in the service of a bus and shouldn't therefore have a fine for driving in the bus lane. But this just goes to show, if anything could, that sometimes you really should challenge these fines and not just take them at face value. So if you receive a penalty charge notice, make sure you check out my other videos on how you might go about challenging it if you do want to challenge it and you don't think it's valid. But also make sure you don't confuse it with a parking charge notice. I saw lots of videos just recently where people have been confused between the two and trying to identify which is which, because they both look yellow and they both have the words charge notice within them, and you might be confused as to what they are. But just remember the word penalty. A penalty is a punishment, which is a fine of some sorts. Just remember, if you're watching football or some other kind of game, a penalty given is usually because one side has done something wrong, unless you're in a penalty shootout. And then, of course, it's just a determiner as to who wins. But in respect of parking notices, if it is a penalty charge notice, it is a fine. If it is a parking charge notice, it is just an invoice. And if the company really wants to enforce this from you, they will have to take you to court for it first. So as I said, I've got lots more videos on those topics. I will link in the description below. But in the meantime, please hit that like button and subscribe. And of course, thank you for watching.